Hey everyone! Today is the first in a series of videos that Wellness is going to create on thinking traps and ways we can avoid them. The technical term for thinking trap is cognitive distortion. Cognitive distortion is a term in psychology that means that the way that we're thinking about something doesn't necessarily match up to the reality of what's going on. It's important to become aware of our tendency towards various thinking traps because there's a huge correlation between what we think and how we feel. The thought trap that I want to talk about today is all or nothing thinking. This is when we see the world in black and white. We live in these extremes. Things are either good or they're bad. It was successful or I was a failure. An example of all or nothing thinking sounds like, I'm a failure because I didn't do well on that test. Just because we have a thought about something does not make it true. And the good news is that there's a couple of things that we can do to shift our mind away from all or nothing thinking. Number 1, notice. Pause what you're doing and try to notice your thoughts. Are you noticing any of these words popping up? A lot of these words are indicators of all or nothing thinking. Number 2, allow natural nuance. This does not mean that we're convincing ourselves that we like a situation. It just means that we're opening to the possibility of some gray areas and caveats. Sure, maybe you didn't do so well on that exam, but has there ever been a time that you did well? Are there any other classes in which you're excelling? Failing a test sucks, but there is a lifetime of difference between failing one test and being a complete failure in college. Number 3, cultivate self-compassion. You probably wouldn't tell your friend that they were a failure because they didn't do well on that exam. So why would you say that to yourself? Our self-talk is one of the few things that we have control over in this world. Be kind to yourself. The next time you're feeling stuck, remember that the way that we think about things really does have an impact on how we feel about them. And that just because we have a thought about something does not make it true. See if you can notice your thoughts, allow for natural nuance, and practice self-compassion.